We have some major updates of mixed martial arts. Starting with the news, Gilbert Burns revealed some inside details about Belal Mohammad's next title fight. So recently, Gilbert Burns was on the Believed You Me podcast, where he revealed that he heard from some UFC officials that Belal's next fight might be against Shavkat in December. He shared some inside information about it. Take a look.
Right now at Division 6 right now, I think Shavkat might be next. I think I heard a little conversation maybe by December. But yeah, we got Shavkat might be the front runner to fight for the title. Then we got Kamaru that they were talking, but I think Kamaru has to do one fight. Let's see how it goes with me and Sean Brady, but I'm ready to take on those big dogs right there. Leon Edwards, Kamaru, Kobe. First, I got to focus on Sean Brady, but I know it's kind of like two fights, I got to beat Sean Brady, maybe one more guy to kind of put myself in the conversation. And that's what I'm planning to do. So, but yeah, Belal get a big, his hands going to be full now with Shavkat. He's a tough fight. I think he can go either way there. I got to take a better look. Whenever it gets official, I'm going to look at better. But yeah, that's a tough fight for both guys.
Sean O'Malley eyes Floyd Mayweather exhibition bout. In a recent episode of his podcast, O'Malley's coach suggested the idea, and O'Malley expressed confidence in dominating Mayweather in such a bout. Basically, O'Malley is saying that he would really enjoy a fight against Mayweather and thinks it would be incredibly exciting. He imagines finishing the fight by knocking Mayweather out.
But, I mean, the first couple of highlights I watched were like round 1 and 3. Floyd was piecing him up, looking good as pull twos. Like, it was.
Is that fight
sick.
Possible at all?
Me versus Floyd?
Yes.
I would love that. That'd be crazy. Just get him right at the end, and put him out, put him in.
Mm-hmm. Come out there with a Madonna style, punching over the top like this, trying to hit him.
Ilia Topuria linked up with Sergio Ramos. Recently, Topuria shared this clip on his Insta handle.
Aquí con mi hermano Sergio, que me ha traído este detallazo. Fenómeno.
Con el number one.
Con el number one. Lo mejor de todo esto es del partido contra Georgia en 2021 en Tbilisi. Qué grande, hermano.
Un orgullo de valor de Sergio. Qué grande. Puto matador. Number one.
Vamos.
Joe Rogan's got some concerns about Conor McGregor's ability to sell pay-per-views. Rogan thinks McGregor's long break from fighting is hurting the hype and making it tough to sell those big events. As we guys all know, Conor hasn't fought in 3 years, and though he was supposed to face Chandler earlier, injuries and other issues pushed that back. Rogan's feels worried that if McGregor doesn't get back in the octagon soon, people might lose interest, making it harder to sell those pay-per-views. Plus, Rogan's noted that all McGregor's money and luxury might be affecting his drive to come back, even though he's stayed in the news despite not fighting.
In a perfect world, Conor fights Chandler in December in Vegas. In a perfect world.
That's what Conor wants.
In a perfect world. But he hasn't fought in a couple of years. Like, is that going to happen? You know?
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not as excited to see Conor fighting.
How dare you?
Well, with more, that's the problem. As time goes on, like if he doesn't fight for a year from now, it's a tough sell.
Can he still headline?
Yes.
Of course.
And still the
But
biggest.
I'm not as excited for that card as
You wouldn't be as excited as you were if Chandler and him fought in July, right? If Chandler and him fought when they were supposed to fight,
But the week of the fight, you're gonna be excited.
You're gonna be ramped up.
And then when he walks out,
he's gonna be doing his promo.
You're gonna be ramped up. And the whole place goes green.
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't wait. Like I couldn't wait for this.
Demetrious Johnson shares grappling with MiKey Musumeci.
Like, fuck that shit.
Nah. The thing I'm doing more with you is just going.
I love it.
Testing stuff.
So much better, yeah. And you're creative.
Yeah.
Very creative.
You're forcing me to be creative.
That's where all the cool things happen.
Yep.
Robert Whittaker thinks Alex Pereira can't beat DDP. As most of you know, after UFC 305 results, Alex revealed he is moving back down to middleweight. In response, Whittaker says moving to middleweight would be tough for Alex, especially since Plessis is very strong there.
Believe Pereira's being legit here. Do you think he's actually trying to get back in line to fight for the title?
Not really. Well, I hope not really, right? Honestly, I don't think that's a good fight for him. But also, like, when you move up to light heavyweight, moving back down is tricky. Like, and it's not like you move up for one fight. He's stayed up there. He's been fighting up there for a while now. So it would take a lot out of him to get down. And Dricus is so strong there.
Yeah, like, is that why you think Alex might get beaten? Like, he doesn't quite understand the challenge the DDP brings in there?
Well, Alex gets hit, okay? And Dricus likes getting hit. So I don't, it's hard to see someone with the amount of power to stop Dricus from walking forward into you. And Dricus hits hard. You saw that in the fight against Adesanya. Adesanya's got a really good chin, and Dricus was still hurting him enough to make him uncomfortable. So, yeah.
Alex bought a new UFC golden bracelet and shared a video of it. The bracelet looks quite amazing. Here's the video. Chael Sonnen has some words about Israel Adesanya's next fight.
Is Adesanya going to fight again? Who would it be? And what would they be fighting about? He is put in a little bit of a difficult position. He has never done anything that's been of interest or even discussed short of trajectory to a world championship. Whether he was bringing the belt, whether he was fighting for the belt, or whether he was doing other fights, amazing people, and they were all steps forward. Izzy, who, by the way, from a physical standpoint, he looked really good. That part seems to be forgotten. I'm telling you the call right now. It's going to be a terrible matchup, real strong in grappling, by the way. And that will be the final prong of the test. Can you say yes? Phone's gonna ring. It's gonna be a matchup that you like. It's not gonna be a guy ranked higher. There's gonna be no belt. Same spot that a lot of other guys were in, except you were on the other side of that. So how are you gonna respond now?
Matt Brown thinks fighters are mostly responsible for the pay situation. Brown reveals that in his own career, he didn't challenge the UFC about his pay. He thinks that many fighters end up supporting the UFC on pay issues because the organization has a lot of influence over them, which makes them hesitant to speak out.
The one thing we can't forget is, when you talk about the NFL, MLB, all these other sports, like they have unions. If anybody is to blame for the fighter pay, it's the fighters. And I'm one of them, at least formerly. Like, I never fought against the UFC about my pay. And, you've seen it, I'm sure, on Instagram and Twitter or, different interviews where the fighters stick up for the UFC. And, like, I've never heard of a business in my life where the employees, not, if you want to call us employees, or even subcontractors, where they're going to say, yeah, I shouldn't be getting paid more. Like, they're paying me perfectly amount of money. Like, that is so unbelievable to me. And look, I've always been happy with how the UFC's treated me. I like them. There's like no hate against them at all. But if I thought that, sticking up for myself and fighting with them about pay would get me paid more, I would absolutely do it in a heartbeat. And I only question if guys are saying that because we know the amount of power that they have. Like, if you try fighting against them, your chances of getting more pay just get diminished. You're just lowering your chances now of getting more pay. So of course, you publicly stick up for them, even though something in the back of your head is saying, damn, like, this isn't really what I want.